Hey guys, welcome to section 2. In this section, we will be talking about the forex markets and how the markets behave. Also, we'll be building a linear model in order to forecast the forex currencies and see how the forex currencies evolve with time. So let me start off with a brief intuition into linear regression. So linear regression, folks, is a supervised learning technique which is used to predict continuous variables. What is a continuous variable? Continuous variable is something that will change regularly and it does not have certain discrete values. For example, the price of a house, which can be anything from 0 to say a million and anything in between. So linear regression is basically a technique to get the best fitting curve for the dependent variable distribution. Say we plot like thousands of houses on a curve with their price on the y-axis. So we'll like to get a curve that could actually help us to decide how much a generic house would weigh on the basis of the area. Now, linear regression works well if the relationship between the dependent and the independent variables is linear. If it is not, then we have to transform the dependent and the independent variables in such a way that it becomes linear. So simple linear regression is something which has one dependent variable and one independent variable. For example, price of a house being just dependent on the area is a simple linear regression. Multiple linear regression is when one dependent variable is dependent on multiple independent variables, like price being dependent on area of house, number of bedrooms, number of washrooms, pool table, and all those things. So linear regression representation. So linear regression equation is represented as y equal to alpha plus beta x, where y you could see as the price of the house, alpha is a y-intercept, and beta is the coefficient, and x you can assume is the area of the house. So y equal to alpha plus beta x, and the graph would look something like this, wherein this would be the price and this would be the area, and this would be the line of best fit. Now, objective in any linear regression is to minimize the sum of squared residuals, which is also called RSS. And its definition is summation from I equal to 1 to n y minus alpha minus beta xi whole square. Now this minus alpha minus beta xi comes from this equation, and when this predicted value of linear regression is subtracted from the true value, taken a square and summed across all the n data points, that is when we get RSS. One of the naive ways to minimize this RSS is to take the partial derivative with respect to x and put it equal to 0 in order to determine the value of alpha and beta. That would minimize the RSS because at that point slope is 0 and it can be considered minima. But it is not always possible to do so. For example, in a multilinear regression, this equation would become a little complicated and it will become y equal to alpha plus beta naught x1 up to beta n minus 1 xn, where x1 to xn are the different features. In this case, one of the several optimization techniques like maximum likelihood estimation or gradient descent can be used to find the parameters. Now the goal is to find the best fitting curve in the feature space with the minimum error. So what are few assumptions of the linear regression that we should keep in mind? There should not be any multicollinearity or correlation that is there between the independent variables. And they should be independent of each other and not collinear or correlated in any way. Because a collinear variable can be added into the model, but it does not add much value in terms of the explained variance. The residuals or the errors should always exhibit a white noise distribution. That means there should not be any pattern, trend, or any other kind of that should be leaked into the residuals. There should not be any change in variance with relation to the fitted values. This is no heteroscedasticity. So heteroscedasticity would mean that as the fitted values are increasing, the residual is also increasing and the variance is taking like conical shape pattern, and this should not happen. Also, there should not be any autocorrelation in the residuals. By autocorrelation, we mean that the lags or the previous values of the residuals should not have any impact on the current or the following values of the residuals.